They called him the Hollow Collector, but no one knew what he was collecting until they opened the graves.
Welcome to the Diabolist's Lab, where the veil between reality and nightmare is paper thin. Enter if you dare. Exit if you can. If this story chills your bones, like, comment, and subscribe. New darkness awaits every week on YouTube and TikTok.
Solstice Hollow, a forgotten town in Maine that even Google Maps refuses to remember. A place where time feels stuck, where fog settles low and never quite lifts, where the trees lean just a little too far in, like they're listening. From 1978 to 1984, 13 people vanished. No bodies, no blood, just silence. Locals whispered of a man named Elias Grieve, a taxidermist, a recluse, a man obsessed with preserving not animals, but souls. They said he lived in the woods, in a house made of rot and ritual. Windows blacked out with soot, animal bones hanging from the rafters like wind chimes. They said he could hear the thoughts of dying things, that he would crouch by the bodies of roadkill and murmur to them. And sometimes they murmured back. In 1982, a boy named Tommy disappeared near the ravine. He was just 12. He went out after school, riding his red Schwinn. He never came home. His bike was found the next morning, leaning against a tree, upright, not fallen, not broken, placed beside it, his shoes neatly together, laces untied, like someone had helped him take them off. No footprints, no struggle, just a spiral of pine needles, perfectly arranged. In 1983, Father Mulrooney, the town's priest, vanished, last seen entering the church at dusk. That night, the janitor found the confessional booth torn open, but not broken from the outside. No, it looked like something had burst out from within. Deep scratches, but not on the inside walls, under the wood, as if something had clawed its way in. The next morning, the church bells rang on their own. No one was inside. Rumors spread that Grieve had made a pact with something ancient, that he wasn't just taking people, he was offering them. Pets disappeared too, cats, dogs, found days later, eyes missing, hearts gone, no blood. A hunter claimed he saw a figure in the woods, tall, thin, wearing the skin of a deer, antlers and all. It moved, like it was walking underwater. When he raised his rifle, the trigger wouldn't move. The figure raised a hand. He blacked out, woke up hours later, his clothes turned inside out, and a message carved into a tree. "You're not the one." In 1984, the police raided Grieve's cabin. It was supposed to be routine, but what they found never made the papers. 13 mannequins, lifelike, too lifelike, glass eyes, dressed in the clothes of the missing, but the skin, it felt real. But it wasn't the mannequins that disturbed the chief. It was the books, old, handwritten, filled with strange symbols, spells, Rituals, recipes, one page was marked with a child's tooth. At the center of the room, under a glass dome, a shriveled heart. Black, twisted, still beating, slow, wet, rhythmic, like it didn't know the body was gone. Elias Grieve was never found. No fingerprints, no tracks, nothing. But after that night, the disappearances stopped. Some say the heart belonged to him. Others say it wasn't human at all. In 1997, a girl named Melanie went hiking with friends near the ruins of the cabin. They joked about the legends until she heard it, whispering, a language she didn't recognize. But somehow, it felt like it recognized her. She turned around and saw him. A man, blackened hands, hollow eyes, mouth sewn shut. He vanished when she screamed. That night, she found small bones outside her tent, arranged in a spiral, and under her pillow, a glass eye. Today, Solstice Hollow is a ghost town. Homes are boarded up, windows shattered. Only the wind and the trees remain. But if you go there, if you walk deep into the woods, past Hollow Creek, and if the trees start to lean in, listen, you might hear the whispering. You might feel something watching. And if you find yourself standing in a perfect spiral of pine needles, run, because Elias Grieve may be gone. But something else took his place, something that still hears the thoughts of dying things. Darkness doesn't always hide. Sometimes it invites you in.
Analysis, personal reflection. Some stories stay with you. This one, it clings, like smoke in your lungs, like a whisper that won't stop echoing in the back of your skull. Elias Grieve was never caught. No trial, no answers, just echoes. And in a way, that makes it worse, because when there's no ending, the fear never really ends. We tell ourselves that evil must be defeated to lose power. But what if silence is the most dangerous ending of all? I find myself wondering, was Elias ever truly human? Or was he just a vessel, a hollow shell, waiting to be filled by something older, something hungrier? Solstice Hollow became a ghost town, empty, forgotten. But what truly haunts me is the idea that he might not have been the only one. What if every town has an Elias? Someone you pass on the street, someone who bags your groceries, someone who never quite meets your eyes, but always listens. We like to think we'd know evil when we see it. We imagine red eyes, snarling teeth, but sometimes evil wears soft skin, a pleasant smile, a familiar voice. Sometimes it looks like you or me. And the spirals, always the spirals. That symbol, perfect, deliberate, unnatural. It makes me wonder, was it a warning, a calling card, a ritual, or maybe a door, a way in, a way out, or worse, a way through? You know, legends fade, they get diluted. They become campfire tales and Halloween costumes. But rituals, they don't fade. They wait for belief, for blood, for someone willing to open the book, willing to listen when they shouldn't, willing to stand in the center. And that's what terrifies me. Because evil like this, it doesn't burn, it doesn't bleed, it adapts. It becomes part of the landscape. part of the silence, part of us. And if you think this was just an old story, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a spiral of pine needles, perfectly arranged, no wind, no footprints, just waiting? Because I have. And sometimes, at night, I still hear something moving in the walls, not rats, not pipes, something slower, heavier, listening. So next time you're in the woods and the trees start leaning in, don't stop, don't listen. And above all, never stand in the center, because something out there still hears the thoughts of dying things. This was The Diabolist's Lab. Like, comment, and follow for more twisted truths and dangerous fiction. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your doors locked.